Hark, who else is driving a pink Ford?
I'm always driven
Yeah, I know. Just joking.
Jokes are not tolerated here.
Oh, figured. No funny business on this channel, huh?
Oh, there's funny business. There's just no joking.
What about shenanigans?
Only Friday nights and weekends.
Hullabaloos?
Holidays. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, we all.
Oh, you're still here.
Hello.
Never left, I think.
I know, JT.
I just got here.
Well, I meant like you're still local to your rig. And able to race.
Yes. It's next week I can't race.
Oh. Ah, 10 minutes left.
Sweet. Just downloaded the track.
Yeah, but you're familiar with this one.
Yeah, I think so. Did we race the GT1s here last time?
I don't know if we raced GT1s here. Maybe we did?
Me, I don't remember doing this track.
I don't know if we've done a R Factor 2 for any of the CMS series. But, I mean, it's Mugello.
I've never raced here before.
Really?
Italian games.
And it's a track.
It is a track.
Obviously designed for cars that are a lot faster or things that take corners different than the cars because
I believe it's supposed to be an awesome repeat track.
Yeah, from
Yes.
the corners, that's what I think MotoGP would love it. That's
Yes. That was predominantly the goal and design.
also seems to absolutely just eat tires this track.
Yes.
You want a fast lap, you've basically got to do it on your first or second lap where basically the tires are too gone.
Yeah, it's got long, mid to high speed corners.
At least that's the way the front wheel drive cars are minor reaction to it. It wears them nice and even, but yeah, it takes a lot out.
A track much more suited for rear wheel drive.
Yeah, except the rear wheel drive cars have that weight,
Damn.
which means they don't have the straight line speed.
We'll see. Delicious.
What are we snacking on?
Some extra toasty Cheez-Its.
Are they the extra cheddar or the cheddar jack ones?
Nope, just regular, but extra toasty.
A little extra crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the good ones.
Agreed. I just don't, even
That's
Goomba
the
likes
thing.
them more.
I sit there and I'll nibble on one, which is my front teeth, and just nibble.
Probably better not to eat a lot of them.
Yeah.
But that's a hard ask. About 5 more minutes. I'll start the driver's break. Why does this do this every time? Repositions these things.
The
Oh my.
screens?
The sim hub overlays. It always moves them around.
Yeah, I'm about to get into that.
Same here. Mine does that too, the sim hub. I'm like, what the hell?
It's dumb.
Very.
Just 20 years old. Mine have never moved the whole time I've been here.
I don't
Mine-
use SimHub.
I'm constantly moved. Always having to readjust my maps and traps.
Hey guys, just curious, how many of you are in VR or any?
I don't know that there are many non-pancakers on Tuesdays, but Wednesdays I know that there are quite a few for in VR. Running into problems?
No, I got Discord pinned and everything seems to be working pretty good.
Excellent.
You guys can hear that hacking going on.
A little bit.
Barely.
You're lucky, Ross. My team played last night.
Is that
Bruins. Boston Bruins.
that's a good line, Jerry. Whoops. That was great. It was really not great. I love it when it goes like, oh yeah, we're not gonna give you a penalty, and then it's like, actually, we're gonna give you a penalty.
We thought about it and we changed our mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying the other day. It's like you can't back off enough to get the thing done, do it half the time. It's just like, and you can cut some corners by like almost the whole car width, and other ones, oh, you're over the white line, you're a naughty boy.
Yeah, it's very inconsistent. It's like our stewards.
It depends on the track a lot of
Oh,
times.
damn.
Like the way that the lane markers have been
You have
set
to
up.
break more than that there.
But it's like some of the people that develop the tracks don't ever actually watch a real race of real cars going around the track and seeing where the cars actually go and where, you know, I mean, like Misano and ACC, the track limits on that track are stupid compared to what the real cars do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly love the track limits in Misano myself.
Just
It doesn't bother me as in because, you know, like I said, the real cars, it's like NASCAR. They go so far outside the track, it's not funny. But you go, well, yeah, but maybe just sort of move them like a little bit wider than the white line, you know, maybe just let them use like the curb or something before they cut in, rather than just being like, no, white line is God. I mean, I know that's a big thing at the moment in motorsport, but, you know.
Maybe they're trying to be consistent with other tracks in ACC.
white line is God.
I know people love to complain about the track cuts at Coda.
Well, Coda's a special case.
In ACC, they are beautifully strict.
Yeah.
Ha! I have yet to receive a penalty for any racing. Yet.
Nice.
I've done ACC races where I've got 3 track cuts in one lap. On
Yeah,
one corner.
I've had quite a few friends, like 5 minutes into the race. Alright, that's my 3rd warning. Only 55 minutes to go.
And usually it's Misano that does it to me, because there's one corner there where there's a piece of piece of track that's not used in the game, but it's got a weird track cut thing on it. So if you go cut the corner and run over that piece of track, you get 2 track warnings at the same time. Stupid thing.
Alright, guys. Everyone, I'm going to go ahead and do the driver's brief. Not too many out tonight, so go ahead and keep circulating, but make sure that you are on Discord paying attention as we go through. John won't be serving his penalty, it seems. Oh, well. Anyway, yep, thank you for coming out for some more of our European tour as we now head into Italy for Mugello. This is the first of 2 Italian tracks, and as noted, it is highly specialized for the Superbikes, Super GT, or GT Superbikes, fun motorcycle racing. Longer curves, lots of kind of longer sweeping right angles back and forth kind of thing, as you'd expect for those types of transitioning vehicles. So lots of tire wear basically, and it's all very quick, so not too much in terms of having to do short breaks, that kind of thing, where you can just like skid off and go about your business. So yeah, watch your braking zones and everything there. Track cuts are a little bit, I would say, strict, but they certainly are resilient, I guess you could say. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you stay on Discord as we go through, as everyone here is used to doing. Driver aids tonight are just clutch and auto lift and blip only, plus any onboard aids, which there are none. Starting for qualification will begin in just a moment. It'll be 10 minutes long, all classes running at the same time. Please respect the hot laps when you're on your out lap, and make sure to not impede any of the drivers coming through. And then once you're on your hot lap, it's mugs away. Starting procedure will be a formation standing, so we will go out, form a single line, and you're welcome to warm up your tires, warm up your brakes, however you please, but just make sure that you're not too inconsistent in terms of just slamming on brakes and everything. Keep it consistent in terms of pace if you can, so that way no one has any incidents. As you make it back towards the grid, remember which side of the road you're on, find your arrow and pull into your grid spot, and line up nice and good, hold the brake, and then get ready for the countdown, and then as soon as it's released, it's guns blazing. There is, however, an orange zone 4-lap one. It goes up to the Borgo San Lorenzo, which is turn 5. It is the right-hander at the top of the hill just before you start coming back down to the second right-hander there in Casanova, where you kind of have to take it a little bit easy down that sweeper. But you can race as normal, but orange zone penalties can carry more weight, so just keep that in mind. Track limits, one wheel touching the racing surface, which mostly is the white line. As mentioned, it likes to keep a very close eye on that. So keep that in mind as you're going around. If you see somebody backing off, if somebody's run wide or anything, give them some space, so that way they can get through, do the thing. Pit lane speed limit appears to be 80 kilometers per hour. That may update as we go into warm up in the race, but that's what it is right now. Make sure that you recognize that there is no speed limiter, so you have to control your speed manually. No ghosting, all you can see, you can hit. For today's race, auto headlights and wipers probably won't be necessary, but always good to have on anyway, or at least make sure they're mapped, so in case something happens, our Factor 2 freaks out and says you need them, you got them. Blue flag, very simply, treat blue flag drivers like any other car, except blue flag drivers may not use defensive lines against the faster cars. Both drivers have a responsibility for executing a clean pass. Be consistent, play nice. And always follow the golden rule of racing at CMS. If you gain advantage through contact or track cut, or any other such behaviors, yield the advantage by returning positions that you've gained or any kind of advantage gain, and negate any time advantages that you might have had. If your race has been affected by another driver and you feel that it needs to be reviewed by race stewards, you may file an IRR. The link for that Discord is in our links channel. Outstanding penalties, there are 3 drivers that will need to serve for this race. Make sure you note that. Right now, I only see 1 driver here tonight. The rest of them are a bunch of punks. So just make sure that you serve that within the first 3 racing laps, and you should be all set to go. RF2 assigned DQs or penalties cannot be cleared during the race or qualifying, so anything you got to deal with, however that works. And of course, if you get stuck, don't hit escape if the car can still go, if you're up on your side or something. Control delete, kill R Factor 2, and come back in. You might lose a couple laps, but hey, you can at least still score points and finish it out. We will not be doing a pit box check, but we'll let warm up run out after we go through qualifying. So you'll have that to get all your final will and testament in place. Any questions?
Yeah, Ross, just about the reverse grid, how does that work? Is the arrow going to be correct, or do I need to remember where I'm at?
It'll be updated so that way your new grid position, it'll just show up just as though you'd run any other kind of qualifying or anything. So if you finish first, you'll be back at the pack for race 2. If you finish last, you'll be at the front of the pack, and everywhere there in between. It's the whole grid reversal. So
Gotcha.
it'll show up once you go to grid. You'll see where you're at. So you'll just have to remember that when you do your reconnaissance lap and come back around, and then hit up your spot, and you should be good. Arrow will, like I said, it'll point to whatever the new grid spot is, so you don't have to try and memorize anything. It'll just be there.
Perfect. Thanks.
No problem. Anyone else? All good. Okay. Mr. Dancourt has decided to join us. How about that? Excellent. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's in the voice. All right, it looks like everyone's here. So without further ado, I will go ahead and switch us over to the qualifying session, and all shall be well. Just as a reminder going through, like mentioned, just make sure that if you're on your outlap that you give room to those who are coming around on their hot laps. Make sure that you're not impeding. Oops.
Wing.
Yeah. That doesn't keep happening. As always, good luck, everyone. And, Godspeed. Was that everyone? Yes. All right. Well done. Congratulations to Adrian Rice for taking the overall poll. Sean Eric just sneaking in right behind. I guess I got it for pro. And then Carl Strohall for the AMs. So, yeah, we'll go through and run the warm-up through. So grab a drink, take a leak, whatever you got to do. And we'll get ready to go here in a little under 10 minutes.
How in the hell did I not end up last?
It happens.
Didn't you do 900 laps of practice?
Maybe, something like that. Give or take 100.
Hey, Ross, if you got a free minute, look at the updated teams list for the V8 supercars.
Oh?
You'll find it entertaining, I think.
Hold on.
Team up with Paul?
No. He'll
Ew, no.
Have you seen it yet, or no?
I'm getting there. Numbers list. Who am I looking for?
Me of all people.
Okay. Oh. Bacon Brad Banjo Eyes Racing. Wow. Something appropriate about the fact you guys are running a Pizza Hut car too.
Yeah, and then the truth is, I've never seen one episode of that show.
Bacon
Me
Brad.
neither.
What show?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah, never seen it.
It's excellent. Excellent writing. Excellent TV.
You know, I've heard a lot about it. I'll binge watch it someday.
Nice. Yeah. It's one of those shows that I definitely recommend. It's not too long a burn. But you'll definitely get hooked into the storyline, want to watch it.
Yeah, it's critically acclaimed. It's pretty. Yeah, lots of people like it. So.
Bacon Brad. Great. She is a little loosey-goosey at first, Jason. But I think you know why. Looks like,
She likes to swing her ass out?
yes. Ford does have a bit of a jump in the front.
To the front?
Yeah. Front, Jerry's picking it up a pace.
Oh, look, R Factor 2 LA's not working right now.
For you, or?
Yeah. I wanted to see what the top speeds for the other cars were.
Yeah, Ross, it actually hasn't been since you reset the server the other day.
Well,
Too late now.
We got a tornado warning kind of around here, so if I leave, don't worry about it.
Yeah, as long as you're safe,
I'm
then
just
I won't
hoping
worry.
yeah, I just hope that the it takes out my computer. That's all I care about. Just take out my computer. I'll be good to go. Insurance.
I told Matthew to look at it.
Thank you, sir.
I had to save my Huskenveld pedal updates. I needed more dead zone at the top, so I was getting lazy. All right, everyone. So go out. Remember, it's a formation lap. Those on the front of the grid just roll off once it releases you. And we'll form up single file and make our way around to your grid position. So remember where you're at. Jason, I added another 2 liters just in case. I don't think it's necessary, but suddenly don't trust myself. Everybody on the grid?
Woof woof.
Off you go. Oh, and this probably won't be a concern, because I don't imagine there's going to be much need for it. But if you are leaving pit road, just don't cross that white line. If you're out on the track and there are no cars present there, then you may utilize that space. So you can cross it as long as there are no cars using that pit road exit. Everybody good on that?
Understood.
Yeah, sir.
Come on, rain.
Very
Oh,
unlikely.
that would be interesting.
Bite your tongue. Why? That would hurt.
5% chance. All right, everybody, remember which side of the road you're supposed to be on, and good luck. And across the line.
5 cylinders, no affair.
Okay. We are going to restart warm up. I am going to go do the do.
I'm glad I shut my window when I did.
Were you screaming?
Yeah, it's raining. Raining hard.
Oh. Oh, yes.
Whereabouts you live, Stacy? We had bad rain in Oklahoma last night.
We had some storms today in Wisconsin, and we got a tornado warning or watch going on right.
Anywhere near Oshkosh?
Bagosh.
I think you're close to Oshkosh, aren't you, Stacy?
May have stepped away.
With no lost friends.
Yeah,
She
I
might be
used to
going
go
to
to
check.
that. I used to go to that air show with my former job. So
Oh, I think we've talked about that, Carl. I've been there too.
yeah,
I once myself.
yeah, I went a long time ago as a kid, and then when I got this job I had 5 years ago, I started going. But then I have another job, better job. Don't do that anymore.
It's good.
It's in the bucket.
So we'll get going here in about 7 minutes, it looks like. You can grab a piss, check some setup changes, whatever you got to do.
Thanks for the fun battle, Ross.
Yeah, I guess I burned up the car because I couldn't get it to turn with the dam.
Man, Ross had submitted an IRR on that rejoin, but odds are I would get the penalty instead, so you get a free pass.
I honestly couldn't. I couldn't cut it any more to the left. I was even slowing down. Of course, that was the one spot where I actually started letting off, and the car started to rotate. I'm like, well, don't do
Rejoin
that.
perpendicular.
So I was like, well, I don't want to slam into him, so I just kind of. I thought I was just gonna kiss you goodbye. How are your tires at the end of that?
I still had 3 in the 90s, so I think I did something right.
3? Dear God.
Yeah, the percentages were fine. Car just did not drive well.
Yeah, it was quite poor actually.
It's about as enjoyable as hot pavement.
I like hot pavement.
You clearly did not grow up in Southern California.
It's true.
Or Australia.
Yeah.
Hot Australian hot concrete. Oh, little more supple.
Stacy posted the power went out back in a second.
She's got several seconds. Ah, I see Jason.
I've been watching this.
What are you watching?
Frickin' power.
Could get a UPS.
Did you guys start already?
No, we got a little under 3 minutes.
Okay. The only thing that went out was my computer. Everything else stayed on.
Back with a vengeance?
Oh yeah. I got my go faster slippers on, so watch out. Almost in.
Okay. Go.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Hey, to the quicker guys behind me, you'll get past. I'm not going to fight. I don't want to get run off the track.
Boo.
I should be
Running
third.
a
Okay, I'll
race.
fight. All right, forget it.
I should be third instead of last.
I think it's because it kicked you out. I can't.
No worries, no worries. I'll stay back here. It's all right.
I can restart warm up again and move the grid position.
Nope, nope, nope. I'm fine back here.
You sure?
Positive.
I don't want to deny people.
Nope. Makes me look like I'm fast.
Very well. Craig, you can roll off if you haven't already. It's a long track. good luck, everyone. Have fun.
Front straight. Left.
What happened to Ross?
I don't know. It just went off into the pits at the second lap, something like that, or first lap. I don't know. It's like he had a penalty.
I'm pretty sure he got put in.
There. What happened to you?
Into his car,
Alright.
bounced all over the place.
Good job, everybody. Congrats to the winners on that one. I hit the thing too fast, but I think that was Adrian Rice taking that.
Way to go.
And Stacy, good job on your top 10.
Well, yeah, only because you dropped out.
It wasn't just me.
Well,
You went off into the pits. Why?
What happened there, Ross?
I had a penalty. It was over. And my escape wasn't working, so I
He had a
just-
false start.
one of those.
damn.
One at 175 and one at 75.
Points on one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of corners. It's really tough. I think in the first race, I think it gave me 2 points on one cut that I did, and even that race, I ended up with 2.5 points by the time the race was over. I barely cut some of the corners.
Now, GT, it's the second time I tell you you had no business there.
You didn't hold your line, so we'll let the stewards decide.
I had Mr. What's his name? He crashed out.
I recommend
Jerry.
you check the replay.
I had Jerry on the left. I couldn't move.
Well, you certainly moved one direction, but yeah, just check the replay and we'll let the stewards decide.
Yeah, you might have given Jerry a bump into that spot. Otherwise, it was fairly good. Although it looked like was it Craig Gallagher? I saw it came across. Is that you, Craig?
Yeah, he was third.
On the start there?
No, I don't know where he was on the start, but he finished third.
Who was that was ahead of Carl? Poor Carl was just like, driving on the left side of the road, and all of a sudden, somebody just came across his nose.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, I ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, it was. It is pretty congested through there, and that's it's an unfortunate spot. There are a lot of wrecks that happen just like that because it'll go like 3, 4, or sometimes 5 wide, and
Yeah.
you get that kind of waver in the road, and it's just enough to
When
make it fun.
when crew chief, when well, not crew chief, the girl said 3 wide, you're in the middle. I lifted both time.
At the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do the same with Brett because he was coming right on over, and I said, "Well, need to do that."
It was
Yeah,
cool on the second race.
it was way fun. I used more fuel. I finished with 0.8. It's like, oh my god.
That was my first reverse.
My whole back from here
My
up.
whole
Okay.
back? What?
Oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I gotta turn off the.
I'd say so.
Yeah, that was my first reverse grid race, and I was I don't know what I think of them in theory, but that was great fun. I loved it. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, it can be a lot of fun and wild things happening. I think for the most part it went pretty well. Come on.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I had a good time. It was fun.
Yeah.
Same here.
Well, same here. Boy.
Thanks for coming
Right.
out, everybody.
Yeah,
I hope
thank
you
you
have a
for-
wonderful week.
Thank you for putting it up, Ross.
Yeah, thanks, Ross.
I think
you, Ross.
you're welcome. We'll probably take a look at the BMW and chopping that ballast down a little more.
Pardon?
No, Pantalis on the Volvo.
On the Volvo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say that.
Yeah,
Oh,
went
no, in the
through.
Peugeot.
Carl was running.
Picking on the BMW.
No, Craig was running what? A Peugeot or BM?
It was Adrian and Eric Sean
Alright.
Eriks.
Yeah, on the Volvo, but Craig was driving what?
It was yeah.
Who was the beige car that finished third?
Beige
Mac?
car. The BMW. Yeah, that was Mac.
Mac. It was Mac. Okay, not Gary. It was Mac. Okay, so yeah, so the BMW is okay. It's the Volvo that's gone.
You mean the car that finished well back after spitting at the beginning?
I'm afraid he means the Peugeots because we got 1 and 2, but I don't
Oh, okay. I thought they were Volvos at the front.
No, it's
let
Peugeot.
that go because I'm in a Peugeot.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I apologize.
Australian up front.
Sorry, I apologize. So yeah, the Peugeot is then. Because on power on the straight, they were just going away from me, and I had 3 wing.
It's 3. Well,
I
Yeah,
was
but-
able to keep up with them on the straights, but they were able to handle the corners a bit better, get better drive.
Yeah, that's the setup that I've got on at the moment. Is a very good setup, I think. And just to sort of give it some context, I actually loaded the exact same setup into the Volvo during practice, and I did almost the exact same lap time. So it's set up, not a car advantage. You put the same setup in other cars, it works just as well.
Yeah, this track definitely needs a good setup in order to keep it consistent.
Is your Adrian? Is your power diff high or low?
I'd have to. I just shut it down. I'd have to have a look. I think it's
very
high.
low.
I think no preload's
Low.
26, and I can't remember what the actual power setting is off the top of my head because I don't keep that stuff in my head.
feel like
I
I-
can have a look.
I keep mine low and it helps save tires a bit. Coming out of corners, it's not scrubbing so much. I don't plow, but maybe it's not the fastest. I'm not sure.
I think I've got my power pretty high up, so that way it won't.
There's no airpin on this track.
Well, you guys are saying high and low, but what's high and low to you guys?
Percentage number.
Yeah, but what's high? That's like relative.
Percentage number for power should be the same across all of them. The way that for the front wheel drive cars that we're talking about, obviously, if you've got higher for BMW, it's gonna be way different.
I would say 50 begins to be high.
Okay, thanks, Gil.
Waiting for it to do its thing. Like with a lot of when I'm following a lot of you guys, you've got. I know the philosophy of front wheel drive, but a lot of them you're far too taily going into turns because you're thinking that getting the tail to over rotate helps it turn, but it actually doesn't. It's definitely a balance thing. Hang on.
Oh boy.
What I like about that's what I like about my setup at the moment is that it's just taily enough that I'm not losing time because of the tailiness. It actually is exactly what it needs to turn, and then you can drive it from there on. And the tire wear is pretty good at the moment, even there. I mean, I think I was down into at 86 or 87 by the end of that race inside.
With the lowest wheel angle, I was doing 92 at the front.
Okay, 30% power, 40% coast, 26 preload.
A bit higher than me. First race I did I put up a bit for the first race, and after missing my start, ruining my race, I wasn't able to climb back up, so I put it back down where it was.
Adrian, did you say your preload was 20 something? Quite high?
26, yeah. Basically as high as it can go.
Wow, mine's at 10.
Yeah, but it's
Not every car has the same range.
Well,
He's
they're both
just-
in Peugeot, so
Yeah, he's just commenting on the variation.
so. The idea is, what does it do while driving? So it wants to diminish rotation.
no, I
Limit.
barely put any input in. Like the back end comes around, that's my steering, so to speak. Maybe I'm losing time. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying what I had.
Well, the rear tires for me, they stay cold. 60 odd at the front and 40 odd at the back.
Yeah,
Celsius.
it's about the same. I get to about 70 out of corners.
When I make a mistake, it goes to 70.
I gotta go, guys. See you in a couple
So
of weeks.
bad. Yeah, so bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, JD, you got close a few times.
Yeah.
I was just doing my lines, trying to minimize the mistake. I did one, forgot to brake in the big long right-hander at the bottom of the hill.
Well, I was just trying to stay in front of Sean as long as I could, so that way you wouldn't be catching up to me, Gills.
I made a mistake there. I was getting close to you. I think I had brought it down to 1 second, but coming out of that one, it was 1.3 again, and we stayed like that most of the race. I did another mistake in the tighter chicane in the third sector, the one that's after the crest, right left, and it's quite slow, the entry, and you just float and you have to wait for the car to hook back up.
Hey, Mac, I'm sorry for I outbraked myself and sailed down the inside of you in turn 1 there while I was chasing you. Sorry about that. Good job avoiding it. Apologies.
Oh, that's all good. No problem. I was just like I said, I
Cool.
was,
Sorry
Wasn't
for
trying to
running
dive
off
bomb
the
you or
road.
anything.
oh, I
When
saw
it-
you job. I know you weren't trying to.
With Adrian 3 or 4 laps down, it was at the last corner. He came in on the inside, and I had missed the corner before, so it was a sure thing he was going to pass me. But then I did the outside in, and we were just rubbing paint. It was fun.
Well,
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Oh,
cars,
I'm gonna
they're all going wide. I'm just going to stick in here nice and tight and see what comes out the other side. Bit of
Okay.
banging, nothing red.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, that was fun, guys. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ross. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, see you,
Thanks,
Matt.
Rick.
See you, Ross.
Bonalunga.
JT, Adrian, gentlemen, Stacy. Bye bye.
Yeah, so looking at the yes, usual. Looking at the BMW performance through there, just up and down the grid, it is not able to handle transitions very well, and the tire offset isn't really coming into play. And this would have been a good track for demonstrating that.
Yeah, this was supposed to be a good track for us.
That's what I thought. I thought if the BMW was going to be good anywhere, it was going to be good there because of just the nature of the track. But yeah, it was.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't get out of corners, and sometimes it can't even carry enough speed through.
No, I think
I-
there's between the weight and the way that they did the initial inertia, it's screwed up because it doesn't behave like it should with or without weight. It's in a weird spot. something to fix when we do the mega pack. I just hope Cyril Cherry actually does want to play ball with it, so that way we can, you know, make the bigger pack as it was meant to be. But anyway, yeah, for what we're doing here, we'll probably come back to later.